Morning to everyone. I'd like to welcome you to the El Toro Water District for the August 24th meeting of the Board of Directors. We are in the boardroom today, and I will call this meeting to order. Director Freshly, would you like to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance, please?
Everyone, please stand and follow me.
Pledge allegiance to the flag
Of
the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Polly, please call the roll. Director Monin.
Here.
Dr. Gaskins.
Here.
Dr. Freshly.
Here.
Vice President Vergara.
Here.
President Haven. Here. Quorum has been determined. Thank you. It's the period for oral communications and public comments. Normally, we only have one or two, but it's wonderful to see a full crowd. I think every seat is filled today. And because we are celebrating a very special retirement. So with that, I'm going to turn it over to you, Dennis. And
So what I would suggest is, since I'm gonna guess that all of our public today is here for agenda item number 2, that we go to that item.
very good.
So
Do you have any items you'd like to be agendized?
we do not,
We'll just get there directly. So let's go right to item number 2.
and there's no need for item 1 since everybody's here. So item number 2, the district resolution celebrating Director Vergara's service to the district and our customers, which if you consider more directly, I think we'll start with comment, and I guess probably in order of arrival. Dennis, did you have any comments you wanted to make?
Yes, may I speak from this location?
Sure.
Sure.
Members of the board, I'm here representing MODOC today along with Metropolitan, and it's a privilege and a pleasure to offer the gratitude of MODOC and Metropolitan to Jose for his years of service, not only as a director here at the El Toro Water District, but for as many years as an employee at MWD. And Jose, I know that wherever you go, there will be a water agency serving you. And most likely you will be serving them at some point, at least if history has anything to say about it. We deeply appreciate your years of service. There are people in the audience who I consider to be the regulars. Those are the ones who, before COVID, would show up at the MODOC board meetings, fill the audience, and be able to offer good commentary and listen to what's going on, stay up to date. Jose, you are one of the regulars, as well as Mr. Froelich, Director Jacobs, many others here in the room, Dwayne. So as a regular, you will be missed. And we hope that your future in the Roseville area turns out to be very pleasurable. You and I share some common bonds in the way of having some children working in the military, and I know you have been a distinct service to the water industry, and for that, thank you very much. And now we'll yield to the next.
Thank you.
Shall I use the podium?
Sure.
Yeah, the camera likes that better.
Good morning. Sandra Jacobs, Santa Margarita Water District. I'm not wearing this jersey because you're moving to the opposition team in Golden State. It is Kobe Bryant Day today, and it was a last minute article of clothing. Just a couple of comments to make, and I brought swag. I know I'm gonna miss working with you on all the important issues that are going on in South Orange County. I definitely will miss you. We have a few things for you from Santa Margarita. Your own water bottle. The water bottle represents your years of service at Metropolitan as an employee, where you were involved in our recycled water supply, and your years at El Toro Water District and our shared water facilities, including the R6 reservoir. There's more. Your own hat. The hat represents the bright future for you to be closer to your family, and the bright future of South County based on your support over the years. And this is one of our newer Santa Margarita hats after we annexed San Juan Capistrano's water and sewer facilities. So it has a swallow there up on top of the bell. And most importantly, this lovely bag, which can hold up to 2 bottles of wine in it, but today there is no wine in it. And finally, I just wanted to thank you very much for bringing Hurricane Hillary. I think it really needed it along the Colorado River and Lake Mead, and I owe that all to you, so thank you very much, and we're going to miss you.
Thank you, Senator.
Room like that, you have to be thankful it's not a 218 hearing. Jose, we're gonna miss you. You've done an outstanding job. You're one of the most capable water buffaloes that we have here in Orange County. Your vast knowledge that you have, your friendliness, the ability to meet and really work out issues. I mean, you've always done a great job, and that's going to be definitely missed here in Orange County when you go through. We wish you the best in your retirement. So on behalf of the Board of Directors, Director Froelich, Director Fiore, we want to say congratulations to you on your retirement. We wish you nothing but the best in the future. And we could have gotten you a certificate, but I'm sure your wall is full of certificates. You don't need any more. So not to be outdone by Santa Margarita, we have a real swag bag for you. And we're not gonna give any meaning on this because, you know, when you look at it, you're just gonna say, man, this is just stuff that I really need. So it's just a lot of good things for you here today. So we wanna thank you for your years of service. We wanna wish you and your family much health and happiness. Again, thank you very much for being such a big part of the water industry here in Orange County. Thank you.
Thank you, Brian.
In Santa Margarita and Molten Miguel start, competing, I just, we're on a tight budget at RWD. So. On behalf of our board, I certainly want to pass along our congratulations and thanks for all of the years working with you. RWD and El Toro are very, very close partners on so many things over the years. So Reinhard and Lamar would have been here, they're both out of town. Maybe by coincidence, maybe on purpose, I'm not sure. But I'm here, and I also want to thank you from myself also. Certainly working with El Toro, I looked at all the presidents just now. I know all the guys in color on the color pictures, so I go pretty far back. And I've always valued when you've been on this board, you just look wise. I know you are, but you actually have this presence about you that I always felt like I'm going to get worked up about something Santa Margarita just did or whatever. And it's like, I look at Jose, he's just sitting there like this. And it just gave me always the sense of peace. Like, that's the kind of projection you want to have. Very thoughtful. You always think before you speak. And I hope we can all be a little bit more like that going forward in the future. So even farther back than El Toro, I think back to LRP and all the recycled water. I guess I can speak on behalf of water reuse, since I'm on their board also, is you've been a real force in the water reuse world. And a lot of my career path has followed LRP, so thank you for Metropolitan and all those things, and really all the things you've done in that space. So you'll truly be missed. You made it enjoyable as well as productive having a relationship with El Toro and yourself included. So thank you very much on behalf of our WD.
Thank you both.
With great pleasure that I'm here this morning. Jose, you represent the quality that we expect in the water industry. You really are a collaborative person. You've brought experience to the district, and I think that your Met background is going to be missed, and I know that everyone has enjoyed working with you, and I wish you well in your new move, and I hope you will use that talent up there, and I bet you will.
Good Morning, everyone. Don Froelich, Director of Mount Miguel Water District, and certainly a pleasure for me to be here today to honor Jose. Just like all our previous speakers, we all go back in the water industry. And when I was manager of the City of Glendale Water, just like what Paul commented, we worked with Jose and his staff at MWD for money. And you might recall it was our project with LA Water and Power and the City of Pasadena to expand recycled water in that area. And that was a drought time when getting approvals from the regulatory agencies was so easy, compared to years before. And I also recall the many coffee breaks we had to talk about elections and what have you, and strategies and what's going on the election front for water directors. So both the professional and the personal was really great. Sorry to see you leave, but I know why you're leaving. And that's a very honorable thing to be with your grandkids. So anyways, certainly wish you well.
Thank you, Don.
I'm one of the directors at Mount Miguel. I do not have the long-term background, Jose, with you, but I do want to say that it's been a pleasure knowing you for these last number of years, and not only working with you as an individual, but also the board of directors and El Toro Water District as a whole. Mount Miguel has found El Toro to be a very valuable partner. We enjoy working with all of you over the years and look forward to continuing to do that in the future. And Jose, I want to wish you all the best. I got the impression you're going up to the Bay Area from some of the comments that were made here. I lived up that area for a number of years, and it's a great place to live, and I hope you will enjoy your life up there and enjoy your family as well. Thank you.
Thank you.
Anybody else who would like to speak?
Dennis, I have, go ahead. I have a response to everybody.
Okay, well, we're not done with
We're
you
not done
yet,
yet.
so you're gonna have to keep the powder dry for a moment. Trabuco Canyon Water District was unable to be here this morning. They expressed their regrets. I know that Fernando, as well as Stephen DePuja, are, I think, at the Urban Water Institute conference. So Fernando personally dropped off a proclamation yesterday, and there's a card addressed to Senor Vergara. So they very much wanted to express their appreciation for your service to the district and its customers as well. So there's that. We'll make sure you have that.
Actually, let's let the board have what they have to say to Jose next, and then you and I can get.
Sure.
Anybody on the board have anything they wish to say to Jose?
I want to start. Or you can start.
I'll
You're
start. Just
we're
go
gonna
around.
Okay, we're done. Jose, I'm gonna miss you. It was, you were extremely helpful to me, coming from an industry that was not in water, other than providing electrical equipment to the many industries. And I have found your experience and knowledge so helpful in making sure that we as a board make logical decisions and don't jump to conclusions without our understanding the history that's so critical for a board when they're making their decisions, that they put things in perspective. And that, to me, was one of the strengths that you brought to the board. Plus, when you became president, you gave me anyway a good example of how we should be working together, and you have always worked in that manner. And in general, I think we always got along. We had differences, but that's expected, because the strength of our board is that we all come with different backgrounds. So thank you very much for all your years of working, and I hope you really enjoy Northern California, the Sacramento area. There's some good golf courses up there, and now you're gonna have some time to get out and play.
I'm gonna learn, yes.
And with your grandchildren, it's an excellent sport for them to learn. So it's a family game.
Thank you, Catherine.
Okay.
Well, it's been an interesting 5 years. Was it a Chinese curse? May you live in interesting times. But I have really enjoyed it, and you've been a big part of it. I've learned so much from you and the discussions we've had privately and here. And then both Janet and I getting to know you and Pilar and count you as good friends, absolutely. And Aqua time and spring will be up in Sacramento. I imagine we'll find you somewhere. And it's just been a real pleasure, and I think you've been a big part of the stability on this board, and I hope that we can maintain the direction we've had and everybody being able to work together, even with differences of opinions. Our discussions have always been robust enough that we've been able to come to a consensus. And it's an unusual thing in the public sector. I'm really proud to be part of it and a friend of yours.
Thank you, Mike.
Well, there's not a lot that hasn't already been said. I am definitely sorry to see you go, Jose. I'll miss you from the board. I'll miss you being around here. Hopefully you won't be a stranger and we'll continue to interact. I feel you have many valuable skills, your engineering background and your insight on MET. And I want to thank you for encouraging me to be active in Waco and other things. That was helpful. Being a grandfather myself, and I 150, 200% understand what you're doing. I really respect that, to be closer to your children and your grandchildren. So you'll be deeply missed, and thank you for your service.
Thank you, Mark.
And I'm gonna take the final board letter to you. The district's resolution went to 2 pages. And Sherry had to keep shrinking the font and shrinking the font and shrinking the font for all of Jose's and the district's achievements and what he's seen the district through in his time here. It was truly impressive. Your record, for your whole entire career in water, just amazing. And even more so, your mentorship throughout the water district. I think it's through not just the district, but the region has been exemplary. And I think there are a lot of people in the room who have made it to different places because of Jose putting names forward of good people to do a good job. Knowing you, I expect that your future will be impressive as well, but in a different way. I think that starting today, you get to write a new chapter with Pilar. I don't see you sleeping in much, maybe some, you can if you want to. But you have so much to look forward to, from setting up a new home and exploring a new area with Pilar and your grandchildren, to your creative pursuits. I think adventure awaits you and Pilar. You can travel near and far, whenever and wherever you want to. And how great is that, right, Pilar?
Absolutely.
No constraints. Your guitar waits for you too. And to support you in that pursuit, I've gotten you some fresh guitar picks and some strong as steel nail reinforcer for your strumming thumb. I resisted the urge to get the Eddie Van Halen guitar picks, but I heard they're very good. It's great that you have a future waiting for you with the grandchildren. I can just hear all the stories you have to tell them. I'm glad that you will have those opportunities to share both the past and the future with your grandchildren, because I think that's where your legacy truly lies. The grandchildren, the more stories you can tell them, the more you can impress your feelings and your belief in collaboration. That's really important to the future of their future, but I think the world's future. And I can see you and Pilar being very additive in that. Personally, I'll miss your stories. We all will miss your stories of the history of water world. And I will miss Pilar's bright humor and good times at conferences. But speaking for everyone here, know that we all wish you the best in your life ahead.
Thank you.
Thank you, Kate.
Thank you, Kate.
So let me just add, speaking for myself and on behalf of staff, we had an employee meeting yesterday where I let everybody know what was going on and made the point that
board and in particular you, Jose, have been demonstrating support for this staff, not just in words, it's easy to say, but in actions, and made sure they all understand that and appreciate it. So on behalf of staff, you will be missed. On behalf of the customers in the district that you have been, a watchdog for 11 years now, you will be missed. And personally, you were the president of this board when I was appointed general manager, and you went out of your way to offer advice and mentorship as I got started in that new role. And so I think a large part of my success I owe to you as well. So thank you for that. Thank you for your service to the district. You will definitely be missed.
Thank you, Dennis. Can I talk now?
Has anybody ever stopped you?
Well, I actually retired from Med 6 years ago, and I think Paul recognized something. I don't like to speak much, but when I speak, I mean what I say. 6 years ago, when they did a meeting like this, when I retired from Med, I gave a presentation that I called the 55-gallon challenge. And everybody came because they thought I was going to be talking about the reduction of water allowed per person per day indoor use, which I think is now 50, but it was a different thing. And I'm going to repeat a little bit of that speech I gave. As you probably know, I may not have an accent anymore, but I was born in Colombia, South America. And I was born not in a city, but out in the outskirts of an old city called Cartagena. My parents were very poor. We were 6 kids, and the 2 parents, we were a family of 8. Finally, one of the farmers took the farm and divided it. He put lots, lines, and my father bought a piece of land, a lot, to build a house. He has a friend who was a mason, and he built 2 rooms, then we moved in. Then every 6 months he was building something until the house finally, a few years later, was finished. The only problem with that subdivision, if we can call it subdivision, is there was no water and no sewer. So I grew up with a hole in the backyard that we call septic tank. And the water, my father had to walk a quarter of a mile every day downhill to the only public faucet that was dripping some public water with low pressure. So my dad has a piece of wood with 2 5-gallon containers. He went down, came back up, and filled a 55-gallon container that we had. Every day he did that. And by the time I was 8, I started helping with a couple of little things. So by the age of 10, I believe in 1964, 2 American kids show up in the neighborhood. Rita Losh, a beautiful nerdy girl, was an engineer. And Bob, I don't remember Bob's last name. And they say, how can we help? We are with the Peace Corps. And everybody said, we want water. They said, yeah, okay, we'll help you. And they left. 3 months later, they show up with a Ford pickup and a drill in the back, and they drill a hole 100 yards from my house. And they put concrete and they put a pump, one of those pumps that you see in Africa. And now we have water 100 yards from my house. So my dad was so excited that he bought another 55-gallon tank. Now we were rich. We only had to go up that far and to have the 2 containers of water. So can you imagine a family of 8 live with 55 gallons per day for cooking, washing, and doing everything else? And here in the US, they allow us 55 gallons per day indoor use per person. So there's a lot of privilege going on here. One of the things that happened at that time, when Rita Losh was doing the thing, I was always excited, 10 years old, listening, and I said, agua, agua, and she said, yes, water, water. So I learned the word water, I learned groundwater, I learned a few words in English. And my dad, when we had the water, my dad was so happy that he said, "Oh, you like English?" He said, "Yeah, water." Then he put me in a school that the Americans opened in the consulate called the Centro Colombo Americano, American Colombian Center. It was very expensive, but I learned English at age 11. Coincidence, I don't know, but I learned English at this. When Rita Lodge was doing the well, I said, that's what I want to do when I grow up. Then I said it and I forgot. Time passed, everybody grew up, everybody went to college. All 6 of us went to college. I went to engineering school, and but I really didn't like engineering school. I wanted to be in the military. So as soon as I graduated, I went to the Naval Academy, and I became a naval officer. And they made me immediately the person in charge of the civil engineering constructions, being a 22-year-old kid with no experience by day. So I learned to manage rather than design engineering. So because I also got a degree in the Academy of Logistics, I kind of was guided towards getting an MBA in Colombia. So I got an MBA. And after several years, in 1979, the UNESCO, United Nations, it's an institute that depends on the United Nations, declared the International Year of Water. So the National University of Colombia in Bogota opened a graduate class of a year to get a degree in groundwater development. So I went there and I learned to do exactly that, what I remember I promised. So because the Navy didn't have equipment, I was assigned to the Army by my request, and they gave me a company, 120 people, several trucks, and I went around drilling wells in places where nobody would dare go. And I was able to build some small aqueducts along the place, even in dangerous places where there was guerrilla, but nothing happened because I negotiated with the guerrilla, and that was something that I didn't learn in school. I learned from my mother to get along with people and be nice. Get your ego cut down and negotiate. So I was able to do that. After so many years, when I was learning English, I remember I was 11 years old, and there was a librarian called Letty Granger, and she loved me. She was an old lady, 50-something. And I was 11, but she loved me, and she gave me books. Josecito, she said, learn English. And time passed, I grew up, I forgot about it. I got married, being in the Navy, with the daughter of an officer. And then after 10 years, I said, my job is done here, so let's move to the States. We came here, and it was very easy because I worked with the American Navy in Colombia. We have projects together. So when I came here, I started looking for a job, but the interviews were not good. Even though I learned English, they asked me, can you do grading? And I said, what is grading? They said that, then you don't know. Actually, I knew, but I couldn't. So I went to an interview in Riverside for an engineer who has a company that builds pavement. So he was hiring people. And he said, no, you know about water, I actually do geotechnical things. But you speak English well, where do you learn this? And I said, in Colombia, Cartagena, the American Colombian Center. Then he said, you know, my aunt used to work there. I said, what, Letty Granger? He said, you know her? Can you believe this? So those things started making me in my head a little bit believe that nothing is coincident in this world. So there was an angel maybe that taught me to learn English, and then, so this guy helped me immediately. He got me a job, I got a job. And for 6 years I was working with an engineering company doing land development, because that's what it was, producing money at that time, this in 1980s. So, but as soon as there was an opening, in 1991, when Metropolitan created the groundwater recovery program, I saw this is like for me. They want a degree in engineering, they want somebody who knows administration. Oh, I applied and I got the job. So for 25 years I worked at Metropolitan. The first 5 years with the groundwater recovery program, and I actually visited every single water agency in Metropolitan. In 1995, they merged with the local LPP, Local Projects Program, which is recycled water, and they call it Local Resources Program. Then I had to go to school to learn about recycled water, so I went to Loyola Marymount, and I got a master's degree in engineering, sanitary engineering, and the rest is history. I started doing both recycled water and groundwater recovery, and pretty much in every agency, because my background of being such a nice guy, getting away with people, I was an important part of negotiating with Irvine. We were almost getting close to a lawsuit. And I went there and everybody was gonna kill me, and I said, no, let's sit down, let's read the agreement, and we read it, and we solved the problem. We went to Oceanside, so I became like the fixer. When other people screw up and create a problem, they send me to fix things.
I don't think we can go yet.
And then in the year 2000, I worked 4 years with the school district as a volunteer because my daughter was going to school, and there were lots of Hispanic speaking people there, and the parents didn't come to the meeting, so I was working trying to bring people. But after 4 years, I said, no, I'm gonna call it quit. I'm gonna work on something that I really enjoy doing, and I decided maybe water. So I ran for the Total Water District in the year 2000, and I lost to the what's the name? I forgot. I lost to the manager, the director that couldn't come today.
Oh, Doug Reinhardt.
Reinhardt was the director here, and I ran against him, and I lost. Al Gore and I lost. I lost by 180 votes that year. So I kept bidding, and it took me 12 years to get in the board. So I got elected in 2012, and I said I'd probably be there for 3 terms only. And it looks like everything I said becomes true. So, and now things happen. I think I like to go to places, and when I leave, I want to leave the place better than it was before. And not that the Toro wasn't good before, it was good. It was part of the times, but when I became president, I thought that there were things that could be changed. And you can see now we have a stellar board. Every single one of the directors should be proud, because each one of them is a leader, is a well-known person, has shown interest, complete interest in the water business, and I'm happy to leave because the Toro is in good hands. So I will be running for the position of the greatest grandpa in the world. And somebody said, you're gonna run? No. I only wanna be teaching my grandkids oral history, the history where we come from. Because we forget so easily where we come from, that we don't value the things. And when you become a citizen of this world, it's by your choice, because you know the value of it. Sometimes you're born here and you don't know what you have. So I know what we have here, and I want to teach my grandkids the value of being an American. So because of that, I'm really excited. I think I am water. And I think when I'll die, I will just melt and become water. So that's what it has been in my life. I thank each one of you. And the first person I got drunk and I had to a meeting was Sandra. So she actually gave me some lots of input in how to become a good director. And then we move around, and Don was the chairman of Waco when there was a position open for vice president. Nobody wanted, so I said, okay, I take it. And then I succeeded Don as the chair of Waco. Then, let me see, almost with everybody I had some stories, some which will be too long to say, but thank you everyone who's here, who came. Thank you agencies, everything. And I won't forget you because I have a video. My memory will go a little bit cloudy, but I had a video, and I will make sure that I will keep loving each one of you, including board members, staff, and everybody else. Thank you very much. Thank you.
All right, a couple more things. Jose, we have for you, in addition to the resolution,
Shiny things.
shiny things, which reads, El Toro Water District recognizes Jose Vergara for his exemplary leadership and direction as an El Toro Water District Director, providing 11 years of dedicated public service to the customers we serve. With sincere appreciation and gratitude, the El Toro Water District Board of Directors and staff.
Thank you.
Try not to break this.
Thank you.
And we need to make this official, board. So I'll be looking for a motion.
Before we do that, just as a note, there was one correction we made on the resolution. So that we had the resolution incorrectly left out Jose's service as, it said vice chair of Waco, but he was also chair. So we've updated the resolution to reflect that. So the resolution is being revised as such. So that's what you'll be voting on.
Yeah, and actually, let me read it out really quickly. Because it was a lot of, I know staff put a lot of time into putting this resolution together. Resolution 23-8-4, whereas Director Jose Vergara was elected as Director of El Toro Water District in 2012 and re-elected in 2016 and 2020, and whereas Director Vergara has provided dedicated service to the El Toro Water District Board of Directors since being elected in 2012. During his 11-year tenure, Director Vergara was a faithful public servant, exercising sound stewardship with strong leadership relative to California's most precious resource. Whereas during his 11-year tenure on the Board of Directors, Director Vergara has provided unwavering leadership, including serving as the district's president and vice president, providing guidance and insight, and along with other board members, a discerning vision that has helped to implement cost-effective principles and programs, thus allowing the tradition of efficiency and innovation to continue in all operational aspects of the district. And whereas thanks to the tremendous foresight and planning by Director Vergara and the rest of the Board of Directors, the El Toro Water District has been an anchor in the water supply community for more than 60 years and has received the prestigious District of Distinction by the Special District Leadership Foundation since 2007. And Director Vergara has demonstrated his leadership and extensive knowledge of regional water issues during the planning and implementation of the district's comprehensive multi-phase recycled water expansion project that enhanced local water supply reliability, reduced dependence on imported water, and reduced discharges of treated effluent to the ocean. And during his term as president of the board, Director Vergara led the district board and management team through a strategic planning process that provided guidance for the district for years to come. Director Vergara's 11-year tenure with El Toro Water District also participated in the Baker Water Treatment Plant project, which significantly improved the reliability of the district's potable water supply, and also constructed the R6 reservoir cover and liner replacement project, which will soon be done, ensuring emergency supply for El Toro Water District, Santa Margarita Water District, and Molten Miguel Water District. Jose is highly respected by water colleagues throughout the region, as was well borne out today. Director Vergara was engaged with Waco, where he served as vice chair and chair, with the South Orange County Agencies Group, where he served as chair, the Association of California Water Agencies, California Association of Sanitation Agencies, California Special Districts Association, Independent Special Districts of Orange County, Water Reuse Association, the Orange County Water Association, and the South Orange County Economic Coalition. We're a very busy man. Director Vergara has demonstrated unwavering commitment to the regional water supply planning, providing 25 years of service as a water resources engineer at Metropolitan. And during his 11-year tenure, Director Vergara has consistently supported the El Toro Water District staff. Now, therefore, be it resolved that El Toro Water District hereby recognizes the significant contribution of Director Vergara and expresses its sincere appreciation for his leadership and dedication to the water and wastewater industry. The citizens of El Toro Water District, Orange County, and Southern California, we all wish Director Vergara well in your future endeavors. Thank you, Jose. Now we just need a motion.
I will make the motion to allow Jose to resign. No, I'll make the motion to or present the presentation proclamation.
Right. Second it.
Holly, may I have a vote, please?
Director Monin,
Aye.
Director Gaskins,
Aye.
Director Freshley,
Aye.
no Vice President Vergara can vote.
If I say no, it will win. Say yes.
Let's go past.
President Havens.
Aye.
And with that, the matter is resolved. And Pilar, thank you for coming today. It's so great to see you.
We will miss you all.
Yeah, we will miss you as well.
No.
I want to thank everyone that came in the audience. It means a lot for people to roll out and be here by 7:30 in the morning. I'll know, so thank you for being here. Very good. So we can move on to item number 3, presents. Do you have anything?
So the 2 employees that we were recognizing actually could not be here this morning, so we recognized them at an all-employee meeting yesterday.
So with that, members of the water community, you can choose to stay through our meeting or move on as your day directs. It was wonderful to see you here. Very much. You're gonna need a quick break? Okay. Couple minute break.
All the best. I love those grandchildren. I got 6. I got 6 of my own.
You know, at your daughter's house, I always put the sign.
I know.
Done, my friend. Thank you.
Oh, my pleasure.
Oh,
I think a hug is a wish you well. We'll miss you.
You keep your same phone number, Jose, we know how to reach you.
yes, definitely will. Oh, yeah. Hey, don't go away.
I'll go out there.